come in?
Hi, Connie. I'm glad you came to see me.
Lazar.
Sit down.
Okay.
Connie, I'm sorry to inform you, but the biopsy for your tumor came back, and it was malignant. I'm sorry to inform you, but you have breast cancer.
Will I die?
Dr. Delta, 5 step. Dr. Delta, twice here to see you.
Connie, we'll find the best treatment plan out there for you. We're going to do an array of tests to see the best medicine, including the HER2 test.
What's that?
The HER2 test is to see if it has extra copies of the protein, human epidermal growth factor receptor 2. This is a stimuli of breast cancer cell growth. The overabundance of proteins made from the HER2 gene is observed in 18 to 20% of breast cancer. Genes contain DNA in them, which is then coded for mRNA through transcription. mRNA codes directly for amino acids through translation, and amino acids make up proteins. This can easily be treated with Herceptin, a treatment for early-stage breast cancer. This is an example of personalized medicine. Personalized medicine, in its ideal sense, is a healthcare field that is customized for individuals' treatment based on differences in the genetic code. To be specific, these DNA sequence variations are called single nucleotide polymorphisms, or an SMP. There are many ways to figure out these differences in genes and to locate them. To locate the HER2 gene, a FISH test is used. A probe is prepared, which is a sequence of single-stranded DNA of the gene of interest. Then they are labeled with fluorescent dye. The probe is matched to a denatured DNA that will match to the complementary base of the gene of interest. The fluorescent labels will show the location of the gene and the amount present. If the HER2 is overly present, the patients will test positive.
Oh, I see. So if you're getting details on my genetic code, how will it be protected?
Well, there are many security measures for the privacy and protection of the patient.
After a company gives you the results of your genetic test, another copy is kept of it in a database, either online or not. Either of these have considerable security supporting it. If someone wanted to use your DNA from comparison studies, they would need your consent first. Regulations under the Department of Health and Human Services say that DNA may not be sold by companies to others. And in an added step to keep your identity protected, your genetic code is given a number. When it is sent off to a lab to get tested, they only see the number, not your name. Only your doctor can link the number to your name.
What if insurance companies discriminate against me because of my DNA?
Well, the law protects you.
In 2008, the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, GINA, passed. This act protects against the discrimination of someone due to their genetic information when you apply for a job or health insurance. Health insurance companies cannot request that you get genetic testing in order to insure you. Also, they are not allowed to deny coverage or change rates due to the result of your genetic testing.
Here's my application.
No, we don't want you. You have a 2.3527889 chance of getting adrenoleukodystrophy.
You can't do that! After the passing of this act, you can't discriminate me because of my genetic code. Read the fine print. Well, if the medicine you have out there doesn't match my haplotype, how long would it take for a new medicine to come out?
That's a good question.
Medicines take about 10 to 15 years to come out. However, the normal drugs take the same time, but the benefit is that personalized medicine will work better.
How much will Herceptin cost me?
Well, designer drugs are usually very expensive.
The cost for a year-long supply of Herceptin costs about $36,000 to $47,000. However, the effectiveness of this drug outweighs the cost. In recent studies, Herceptin was found to have increased the overall 15-year survival rate from 44% to 58%. The cost for each year you get to live is about $19,000, which is lower than the $48,000 for each year for regular chemo patients.
Whoa. Will my insurance cover the cost?
It depends. We will do what we can to get it covered, but I'm optimistic that insurance will cover most of it.
Each insurance company varies, but they will most likely pay or copay for Herceptin. There was a case when Discovery Health, a South African insurance company, was taken to court because they wouldn't cover Herceptin, but in the end, the patients were able to get the treatment.
Well, can personalized medicine treat every SMP out there?
Not necessarily.
Personalized medicine targets the most common SMPs to target the most people possible. Orphan diseases, which are very rare, are not as commonly researched for personalized medicine because there's no incentive to make much money off it or treat a majority of people.
Thank you, Dr. Lazar, for informing me about personalized medicine. I'm more comfortable now going forward with our treatment plan for this breast cancer.
No problem, Connie. I'll see you next week so we can formalize your treatment plan to kick breast cancer.
To conclude, we like personalized medicine.
It is more effective because it targets an individual's need better. We are all different in our genetic code due to SNPs. Therefore, we should be treated differently to give us the best results with the least amount of side effects. Personalized medicine does this by finding the dosage and type of medicine that best responds to differences in our DNA. After the passing of the GINA, there's no reason not to get your DNA tested because you are protected from discrimination from employers and healthcare providers.
Astellas directions. Astellas should continue with its role in personalized medicine. However, it should research new drugs for rare SNPs and orphan diseases. The FDA is giving an incentive to find effective drugs for rare diseases such as salivary gland cancer. They are allowing the companies to skip the later lengthy trial phases because it is hard to find a good amount of samples if their drugs work very well. This way, the less common SNPs are also being researched and the time for certain drugs to come out is reduced.